That is powerful. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're gonna be going over a 2021 GMC 3500 Denali with the Duramax. But first and foremost, a huge shout out and thank you to National GMC for giving me some time with the truck. Check out their inventory in the link below. Let's get straight into the video. Under the hood of the Denali, we have a 6.6 liter diesel V8 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. So power outputs are 445 horsepower and then 910 pound-feet of torque. Now let's go over the front end of the Duramax Denali. So first and foremost, I love the venting here on the middle part of the hood. Just makes it look a whole lot more aggressive in general. And you have your massive GMC logo with the little front camera right there just below it. And then you do get these full LED lights here at the front of the Denali Duramax. Fog lights are just down below. You've got parking sensors integrated all along the bumper. And then notice that you've got the chrome here on the bottom with the tow hook, so it like all matches with the grille. So especially if you're a fan of chrome, then you're gonna love the front end of this truck. Coming on the side here, we've got two 75mm tires and 20-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear as well. And then if we take a look at the design of it, again, you've got more of that chrome because it's supposed to be like a luxury truck. And I actually really like the stock tires with this truck. Those would actually be pretty good on the off-road. They're going to do great in the snow. And then here's a quick look at the front suspension with the shocks right there as well. And then notice you've got these gigantic mirrors, which we'll go over in a little bit. And then, yeah, you've got to have your Duramax badge so everyone knows that you drive a Duramax. And then you've got your Denali HD badge right there with the chrome side steps all along the side. And then notice there's that little step there on the side to help you get into the bed. But other than that, here is your full side view on the Denali. Now let's go over the bed of the Denali. So first and foremost, you can see you've got full liner over the entire bed, which is obviously gonna be really nice. It's gonna protect the bed so you don't get any rust or anything like that in the future from scratches. And then you can see you've got full LED lights here with a power outlet as well. You've already got your little fifth wheel set up there in the center. And then this is just a grab handle to make getting in the bed a little bit easier. And then if you guys are wondering, payload capacity on this truck is about 3,700 pounds. Now, no GMC review would be complete without going over the little step system here. So you do have the little step tailgate, which is awesome. And then you've got a little bar right there to help out. Now, the weight limit on this is 375 pounds, so just be aware of that. Let's go over the rest of the rear of the Denali. So you've got all of your regular chrome badging, then you've got these full LED lights here in the rear. You still do get the bumper steps. You got like double step action. You got the bumper step, and you got the tailgate step as well. Parking sensors all along. You've got the massive exhaust tip. There's a receiver hitch. Conventional tow rating is about 20,000 pounds. If you do a gooseneck, you're just over 21,000 pounds for the tow rating with this truck. Now here's the door panel on the rear of the Denali. You can see you've got all this soft touch here on the side of the door panel with this really nice wood trim. And then you have the little signature like tubular door handle. And then coming to these seats, you've got soft touch all throughout with the stitching. And then you have these little cubbies here in the seat as well. And then picking up the seat, there's some storage bins just underneath them. And then you can see you've got the rubber floor mats all the way across, and it's actually pop-in. So the side steps do help out quite a bit with getting into the truck. If you're wondering, I'm 5'11", and so I've got a good amount of headroom. And then legroom is also really solid as well. And then notice you've got some heated seat controls back here, a couple of USBs, cup holders there at the top, and then this also pulls down to be some more cup holders. Here's the door panel at the front. So again, you've got the soft touch here. You've got stitching all along the door panel itself. You've got the memory seat controls, all the window controls, and then the mirror adjustments as well, with more of that wood trim just down below. Got the little Denali plaque right there. And then here are the seats at the front. You've got the Denali embroidery right there at the top of the seat. And then you see you've got nice bolsters on the top and on the bottom. All of your adjustments on the side of the seat. And then there's what the pedal layout looks like. Again, you've got the rubber floor mats here. This is just for your parking brake. Your light controls are right here, and then you've got your fog lights and then your cargo light as well. And then over here you've got your auto, your 4-wheel high, your 2-wheel high, and then your 4-wheel low. And then you've got your trailer tow mode and then your drive modes on the other side. And there's one more look before we pop in. Now here's the steering wheel with the Denali. So you've got really soft touch leather all around the steering wheel itself, and then you've got your controls for the center screen, your voice command and phone controls, and then you've got the little Denali lettering right there in the center. your heated steering wheel button right here, and then this is your collision assistance with the cruise control just on the other side. And I did darker stitching on the steering wheel. I really like this trim here in this little area. It just looks really nice in general. And then you do have a column shifter, so you can do the plus and minus to shift the gears yourself if you'd like. And then over here you just have the stock for the windshield wipers and the turn signal, and that's everything for the steering wheel. Now here's the center gauge cluster. You've got RPMs over on the left side. On the right side you've got the speed, and then in that little center screen you can scroll through a couple different menus. So you can see that you've got the home page over on the far left, and then you got information on the vehicle, your music, your navigation, phone controls, and then settings for the vehicle. Pretty straightforward. And then remember, you do have that tow mode, so you shift it over to the left side and then it'll go into the trailer tow mode, and then you can shift it into the other side and you've got the normal and then the off-road mode with the truck for the drive modes. Here's the center infotainment system. So first off, we'll pop it in reverse, go over the backup camera aspect of it. So you've got that backup camera with the trajectory lines that do turn with the steering wheel, and then you get that bird's eye view as well. But just notice there's a ton of different camera views here with the 3500 Denali. You literally can see every single viewpoint out of this truck. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic with the camera system. Definitely one of the best, if not the best, camera systems in a truck right now in the market. I mean, you get a view out of everything, so it's really cool in general. And other than that, that's the camera part of it. Now for the rest of the infotainment system, there's a plastic covering over it, but you do get Android Auto and Apple CarPlay with this whole system. It's really easy to use in general. Response time on it's really solid, and then you do have these analog controls just down below, so like you can do a shortcut button to the home page, for example. Now just down below in this area, you've got the dual zone climate controls, and then you do have the controls for the heated and air conditioned seats here with the Denali. And then you've got your hill descent control here. This is for the power outlets, your stability control. That's for the hazard lights. That's to drop down the tailgate. And then you got your parking sensor button, your lane departure assistance, and then the diesel exhaust brake. And then you've got the trailer brake controls right over here. And then you can charge a bunch of little devices here in this area. Overall, it's just really easy to use. And then you've got your stop start button. Here in this little area, you've got a wireless charging pad, a couple of cup holders, and then we have the center console for the Denali. You can see storage space in there is pretty good. You've got a couple of USBs as well. And then coming over here, we've got the glove box, which you still have the dual glove box. All the stitching around it, nothing's changed with that. And just kind of look at like how this whole interior is put together. Top, we've got our universal garage door openers, and then you do have a full panoramic sunroof that comes with this as well. The controls for the sunroof are on either side, and then that middle control is actually for the power rear sliding window for the 3500 Denali. And then this mirror does have a camera with it as well, so you just have to flip that little tab and then it'll do the mirror camera, so your view is completely unimpeded. Now that we're done going to the interior on this 3500 Denali, let's quickly get into pricing. So in terms of pricing, this 3500 Denali stickers for about $80,000 before any type of market adjustment. That being said, let's take this Denali out and see how it drives. Quickly talk about visibility before we set off here on the 3500 Denali. So you can see visibility over the hood. It's relatively easy to see the very end of the truck. It is a little bit of a longer hood, so just take that in consideration. There's your visibility through both the mirrors. You can see a ton of stuff because they're absolutely massive. And then here's the visibility all throughout the rear, which is really good as well. And remember, it does have that cool camera mirror system, so that helps out for sure. And that all being said, let's set off. Now I wanted to start today's video on the little pad here so you guys can kind of see me maneuver around with this truck. I mean, it's not super tight, but at least kind of show you guys the maneuverability on this truck. It's actually not bad by any means. If you guys don't know, I have a 2020 Ford Raptor, and that's what I pretty much daily drive. And this is a huge truck, but it doesn't feel that much bigger than my Raptor, which is definitely nice because obviously the Raptor is built off of an F-150 series platform. But yeah, so far the truck really easy to maneuver in general. And let's get up and going with this. Lots of low end torque. Definitely feel that for sure with the truck. Yeah, I love the sound of this engine. It just sounds so powerful. And then we'll kind of see how the brakes are right here. So you do have to put quite a bit of pressure into the brake pedal for the modulation on it. And then let's get our acceleration here with this 3500. Yeah, that is powerful. And it can actually put down the power. So you guys know that I've recently reviewed a 2021 Ford F350, and that thing is crazy, but it struggles to put down the power. The wheels actually, or the tires actually start spinning and you lose traction. Whereas this, it puts down the power so well. And so that's definitely a difference between both of them. And again, turning here, the steering's super light. Like this is extremely light, so really easy and effortless on that. It's got so much torque. It's more than enough power. You really don't need anything more than 900 pound-feet. Anything above that is really just overkill, and you're just going to be spinning your tires like what the F-Series truck does. And let's actually get into summing things up with this 3500. So if you're looking for a heavy-duty truck and you're actually going to use it for towing, that's where you're going to want to look at the 2500 and 3500 series with the GMC. You guys heard the towing capacity and payload capacity, about 3,700 pounds for the payload and about 20,000 pounds for the towing capacity. So it's extremely capable. I love the exterior aesthetics. It has all the modern tech from the interior perspective. And so it's just a really good modern truck in general. The power is more than sufficient. And so just overall, it's a solid offering. And so if you're looking at heavy duty trucks, you have to at least consider the GMC. And honestly, this is really close in price to the Chevy, and I prefer the exterior aesthetic to this, and so I'd actually buy this over the Chevy. That is going to sum things up for our video on this 2021 GMC 3500 Denali. And again, a huge shout out and thank you to National GMC for giving me some time with this Denali. Check out their inventory in the link below. I will see all of you in that next video.